late start, as I sort of didn't find the room in the hotel, so I keep this to 1 minute. I think 2 hours given. I sat on a ferry yesterday evening and missed the final phase of the counting of the elections in France, and I thought, what a shame that social scientists always look at what happened right now in the past, and I couldn't predict this, so I could have spared myself the experience of the final phase of the French election, because I knew what the outcome would have been. But then looking at the program here, I'd see with great delight that it is to a great degree, in part, when we talk about cities, in part when you talk about new media and artificial intelligence, it is about what is going to happen. Based in London, we talk to PR practitioners, and they have a very limited understanding of how they will be hit by artificial intelligence and what it will do to the industry. And so it is something that is about to come, just as the upcoming elections in the final round in France and in Germany and in the United Kingdom. So we do, and you do look into the future. And I was quite delighted to see this, and thanks to Marguerite who organised and put together in part at least, the ideas. In part, clearly they are thanks to all participants, and I'm very much looking forward to it, and bearing in mind, this is due, I'm very sorry I'm speeding this up, but this is due to my awareness that I caused the delay. So thanks, and have a very good conference. Yes, and
you can start.
Yes, so
session.
We'll have for the first session. Where am I? I'm told I'm organized, but clearly I'm not. So the first session, multicultural, cultural issues in communication, education, and management. We've got 6 speakers, and I'm told I need to ensure that you do not speak for more than 13 minutes. Don't blame it on me. That's instructions I've been given. I'll be sitting over there, and I'll wave at you when you're about to run out of time. So after 11 minutes you get a sign, and perhaps to the corner of your eye you keep that in mind. So the first one, Alison from the Royal Holloway School of Management.
There I am.
There you are, all right.
Thank you. Yes, thank you. Big challenge to be the first one, here in front of you. Secondly,
You can take the microphone as well.
oh, it's fine. I guess you can hear me in the back, yeah. I usually speak, with lots of people, in big theaters. Secondly, this, I'm very happy, actually, and to be here, and to be invited, basically, and to attending this conference, because although I'm very much into business and international business, and what I'm going to present to you today, perhaps it's a bit of new information for you, but it does affect all of us, basically. Maybe even if you haven't visited, this country, or never, been in one of these airlines that I'm going to talk with you about. But I guess, and I believe that this, it has a connection, with communication, media, and of course, business and management. I was just talking to one of our participants, here from Egypt, before, and I mentioned to him that, the importance of, and we were discussing basically the importance of management and media and communication. Well, first of all, where I'm from, you can see that if you are English, probably no.
No, thank you. I take it as a compliment.
Oh, okay. I thought you were actually. No. Where are you from?
Based in Greenwich, the other side of the city,
yeah,
Germany.
Yeah. But I'm Brazilian, basically myself, and I have been in England for nearly 20 years now of my life. So all my studies I did in England, basically. And I usually go to Brazil as a guest speaker and etc. And to other countries as well. And before becoming an academic, I was in the industry, basically. So I have been full-time academic for about 7-8 years of my life, 10 years altogether. But before I was in the industry, basically. And I also run, my own small business on the side, of course. And in addition to that, I'm not really a researcher, but I am a teacher. We have different contracts in our university, and I'm a teaching focus basically. This presentation today here, this case study, you are not going to see in the publication here because it has already been published, and actually at this right moment it is in a strategic management book which is going to be sold, internationally, basically. So this case study, is already being published. Unfortunately, I cannot give you the case study, but I can send you the links. Of course, the link, if you want to buy, or probably not buy, because they usually, send you a free book, if you are in business management, basically. Okay. So unfortunately, you're not going to be able to see a copy of the case here, but you can get, a link, and you can have an idea, basically, of course, if you are interested. Okay. So I'm going to talk a little bit about Kenya Airways and this respected African airline. Has anyone been, to Kenya before? Kenya? Have you been to Kenya before? Yeah?
Long time.
Yeah? Long time ago? Anyone else?
Yeah, maybe.
All right. Yeah? Anyone else has been to Kenya before? I had the privilege of going to Kenya in 2003 and work as a volunteer for a few weeks. And very, very interesting place. I learned a lot, for my life, basically. But this was an interesting time, basically. And when we talk about African countries, anyone from Africa, apart from Egypt, where are you from? Gabon, Morocco. Anyone else from Africa? African continents? Especially in business, and because this is my area, we don't talk much about, airlines from Africa, for example, yeah? We usually talk about the US, the Europeans, and of course now Asia, where I teach as well. I teach in Singapore and in Hong Kong and in China, basically. But we don't, see very, very successful organizations from Africa, African countries, basically. I'm sorry, I apologize, but that's the reality, But bear with me, because it's a continent, in development. And we know that there are differences, between the countries and their economies, but there is great potential in African countries, indeed. And we know that very well. Of course, we could talk about other issues, about corruption and this and that. We can find everywhere in the world, by the way. But, from a business point of view, African countries are extremely important. And we will see, this is a very good example, a case study here. Okay? Well, this is where I come from. Royal Holloway is the University of London. Usually we say to the students that they come because of the building, not because of us. Because they like the building, take a picture when they graduate, basically. Yeah? It's a nice place. But Greenwich is also a very nice place, Maybe you can invite me there. I would like to ask you a question. Where would you invest your money? In which of these industries would you invest your money? Soft drink industry or the airline industry? Where would you like to invest your money? Because you need to invest your money for your pension, don't forget that. The government, and if you're from Greece, you know very well what I'm talking about. The Greek government is not going to, pay much for your pension, but not only the Greeks. The whole European countries, actually. And we are seeing now in France. Yeah? Anyone from France? So you know what I'm saying? Yes, you know very well. You probably do nationality, yeah? Yeah, I have 3. Yeah. So don't forget, you have to invest your money, okay, for your pension. Because the governments are broken. Most of them, yeah, with some exceptions. Anyone from Norway? Of course, Norway, they are not, yeah? Germany, let's see in the next 20 years. Not easy, yeah? Where would you like to invest your money? Anyone would like to invest in soft drinks? Yeah? Good, a few. Good. Anyone would like to invest in the airline industry? I love the airline industry. It's so nice, isn't it? Every time I fly for so many years in my life, and all of us here have flew before, and maybe yesterday even, or one like myself, and we love it, yeah? I love it, I enjoy it. Every time I go inside a plane, you know, I was like, wow, this is amazing. Especially A380, the big one, when you go 14 hours without stopping. This is absolutely amazing. And now Qantas will have, you know, one from London to Sydney, I think, you know, Australia, 19 hours without stop. I'm looking for a word. I'm 19 hours without stop. I'm really looking for a word to be in one of these planes. I love. Where would you like to invest your money? Soft drinks or airline industry? Airline? Airline? Airline industry. Fantastic. Fantastic. Yeah? Good luck for you, because now you will see the difference here. Okay? Soft drinks, my friends, or my colleagues, you know, here, is where you should invest your money. Okay? Not airline industry. Okay? Very, very quickly here, let me see. Yeah. Well, everyone knows Warren Buffett. Anyone knows Warren Buffett?